So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good. Guys, there's been a lot of comments. Freddie Roach coming out saying what he says about the Pacquiao Spence situation, saying that, you know what, Freddie Roach has been quite consistent. Says that Manny Pacquiao knocks out Errol Spence. Errol Spence is static. He's the right fight. Says Thurman's better than him. I've been quite consistent with my take on this fight. Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao and Justin Fortune, they seem very confident. What do they see that we don't see? They see something in Errol Spence that they think they can exploit. Now, Mikey Garcia saw that. Now, Mikey Garcia is not Manny Pacquiao. So let's get that out there. I know people say, well, Mikey Garcia saw something. Mikey Garcia is not Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has a lot more to his game than Mikey Garcia. He's a lot more explosive. He's been at the weight longer. He's faster. Mikey Garcia is a kind of guy where he doesn't do anything great, but he does everything very good. Manny Pacquiao does a lot of things great. His punching power is unbelievable. His hand speed is it's crazy, you know. So there's a lot of things that Manny Pacquiao does that does is phenomenal, and then most of his things that he does are very good. Like, his defense hasn't always been the greatest, but it's definitely a good defense. I won't say it's a poor defense. He's got very good balance, great angles. So Manny Pacquiao does a lot of things good, but he does certain things great, like the hand speed, the explosive power. He does a lot of things that are very good, but he's got certain attributes which make him great. And he's got a very good chin as well, which he has shown throughout his career. Yeah, he's been knocked out a few times, but anyone can be knocked out. But he's shown a very, very good, sturdy chin throughout his career. And Errol Spence is going to have to give him some if he's going to stop Manny Pacquiao. But in terms of Manny stopping Errol Spence, Manny hasn't had a knockout win I think his last knockout win was against Lucas Matisse, but he doesn't really, if you look at his, recent years, he hasn't really knocked anyone out. Vargas has gone the distance, Thurman went the distance, the guy before, Broner went the distance. So it's hard when you look at what he's done of late. Jeff Horn went it's hard to kind of think that he's going to knock Spence out, because what's going to change now that he's older, from the last 4 or 5 years. That's why I'm not in agreement that I feel like Manny will stop Spence. But I do think Manny could beat him. You see, that I just don't see what they see. I don't see where they come from when they say they could stop him. Now, they obviously see something. Maybe they think that, they could do what they did to Margarito. Maybe that's where their confidence comes from. They feel that he's a similar type of style. Even though I don't see Spence like Margarito. I think Spence is a lot better than Margarito. I know some of you may disagree, but I think Spence is a lot better than Margarito. I think he's got a lot more to his game. I think he's more versatile than Margarito. Margarito was a very one-dimensional, come-forward fighter. Spence is a lot better. He's a pressure fighter. He can also box with you in the center of the ring. He's got a very good jab. But Manny Pacquiao, for me, how he's going to win this fight is his speed and movement. I don't think a knockout is something that he needs to really be. I don't think he's going to be going in there. I think they may look. Corners say a lot of things prior to fights. They're confident, of course. So maybe they're doing it to get Errol off his game plan. Oh, we see something, we're going to knock him out, this, that, and then maybe just to bluff him. We don't know. Corners play all types of games. I just don't see him stopping Errol Spence. Errol Spence is very fundamentally sound. He's shown a very good chin throughout his career. So I don't see Manny stopping him. I see Manny can beat him on points. A lot of you who are wary if it goes to points, you don't feel that. I personally think that. I personally think that's what Manny's going to try to do. I think Manny's going to try to outbox him, win every round, and basically try to confuse Errol Spence. That's what I think he's going to try to do. I don't think he's going to try knocking him out. I don't think he's going to look to force the stoppage. I don't see it. I don't see him stopping Errol Spence. Listen, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. I may be wrong. He may knock Spence out in 3 rounds. Who knows? But I don't see it. I don't see him a knockout win. I see if he's going to win, it's going to be on points. I think Errol Spence is a very, very strong, big welterweight. Manny Pacquiao over the recent years hasn't shown huge punching power at welterweight. Especially, and when was the last time he was in with this bigger welterweight? Thurman, probably, yeah. Thurman, but again, that was a very tough fight. You know, Jesse Vargas, yeah, he dropped Jesse Vargas. Thurman was a tough fight. He dropped Jesse Thurman, he hurt him, but he couldn't get Thurman out of there. And Thurman, for me, is more chinny, and he struggles to take body shots, which Manny hurt him in the 10th. I don't think Spence has that kind of weakness. So it's going to be tough for Manny to drop and knock out Errol Spence. I don't think it's going to be as easy. I think Errol Spence is a lot more composed than Thurman. I think he's a lot more smarter as well. I think his boxing IQ might be better. Thurman may have better feet and faster. He may even be faster hands. He may be more explosive. But I think Thurman gets himself into trouble. Look at the Porter fight. Even though Porter gave Spence a hard fight, but I think Spence has a little bit more about him. And even though I think Thurman has punching powers, Spence was the one that actually hurt Porter, dropped him. Thurman wobbled him, but didn't drop him. It's gonna good fight. I'm really looking forward to this. As you guys know, I'm doing a lot of videos because I'm really looking forward. I'm really intrigued to how this is gonna play out. I was saying with Thurman, but I felt Pacquiao would beat Thurman. With this one, Spence is more complete for me. So this is even a step further. And now that he's 2 years older, it's a very intriguing fight, guys. I'm very, very intrigued. I can't wait because I want to see if Pacquiao can do it. I want to see if Pacquiao can throw the rule book, out the window and do it again. It'd be incredible. Imagine the atmosphere if Pacquiao pulls this off. If Pacquiao pulls this off in the Philippines, and I think a lot of the boxing world wants. See, I did a poll on Instagram, and I made a video about it, that everybody seems to want Pacquiao to win, and I think that's the fact that Pacquiao's been an entertainer for a very long time. He's been an exciting fighter for the last 2 decades, 3 decades. The guy's been phenomenal. His career span has been so long. He's been doing so well for such a long time. I think people have a genuine love for Manny Pacquiao, and I'm Manny Pacquiao's biggest fan. I think this is gonna be a great fight, man. Whatever way, whether Spence wins or whether Pacquiao can pull off the win, which would be an upset. I know some of you are saying, "Oh, upset," and it would be an upset. It would be an upset. The bookies have Spence a massive favorite, and let's be honest, a lot of people have Spence favorite. So it would be an upset in the sense that, not an major upset, but an upset in the sense that Manny's the underdog in this fight after a very long time. When was the last time Manny was the underdog? I think it was probably Mayweather. Mayweather. So yeah, let's see how this one plays out. I think it's gonna be great. Hopefully it's an entertaining fight either way. Manny's fights are normally entertaining, so I don't see it being any different. I don't see how this one's gonna be any different to the ones that we've seen him in before. Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I don't know what you guys make of Manny Pacquiao's training. He's been looking good, but apparently Spence has been looking really good as well. Spence has been really looking good in training as well. So it's kind of like I spoke to a few people on the live yesterday, and they were saying Spence is looking phenomenal. But then Gamo came on and said Manny's looking phenomenal. So it's just, they're both looking great. Spence is looking very good. Manny Pacquiao's looking sharp. He's training hard. Manny Pacquiao's always trained hard. He's always lived the life. He's always, stayed in the gym. His work ethic has always been through the roof. But at 42, is he going to have the same? Is he going to be the same fighter at 42? Only time will tell. See, Manny Pacquiao is at the stage of his career where we just don't know when he'll go old, or will he ever go old? Will he just be unbelievable? Who knows? Manny Pacquiao might just come out and completely, shock us all in terms of how great he is, even at this age. It's that people when you get older and older, people are going to doubt you because they think there's going to come a point where you just don't have it anymore. And when you're fighting somebody like Spence, who is so highly rated, people are going to think that, nah, this is a step too far. I just don't think you can overlook Pacquiao with what he's done and how many times he's proved us wrong. I think it's hard to back against him. But I think this is a fight where a lot of people are, even some of his hardcore fans do think that this may be a step too far. So I reckon if he was to win, he wouldn't just shock some of the neutrals, but some of his fans some of his hardcore fans as well. Like me, I would be shocked I would be shocked in the sense that I would say, wow. Like Manny Pacquiao shocked me before, but this would take it to another level because this would be something unbelievable at 42 for him to beat a top 5 pound for pounder. Yeah. That would be something else. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to know your opinion. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.